For Boris Grebenщикov, trying something new last weekend meant playing his first American show ever at New York's 400-seat Bottom Line. That's kind of a step down for one of the Soviet Union's biggest rock stars, a man who sold millions of records and regularly sells out stadiums in Russia. So what's it like to be in a city where he's virtually unknown?
It's such a relief, really. It's like a paradise. And nobody asks for my autograph, and nobody comes up to me in the street and said, "Oh, you saved my life." Yes.
Grebенщикov got to be so big as singer and songwriter of the Leningrad-based band Aquarium. For most of their 16 years, Aquarium was an unofficial band, surviving by playing local halls and private homes on makeshift equipment. They released 10 underground albums, and thanks to Russia's extensive bootleg taping network, they developed a devoted Grateful Dead-style cult following. And while helping define Soviet rock, Boris became known as the Bob Dylan of Russia. When the Soviet state label Melodia finally grudgingly released an Aquarium LP in 1987, some 200,000 copies sold out in hours.
It's hard to explain, but let's say if America knew all about Bob Dylan, right, for all these years, and then Bob Dylan went to Russia. You know what I mean? People don't understand here because they just don't know anything about Russian music. But, you know, the man's a legend, you know.
Eurythmic Дэйв Стюарт knows what he's talking about. He met the living legend through a mutual friend and was hired to produce Grebenshikov's Western debut. Because of the Russians' visa restrictions, he and Dave had little over a month to record the entire LP, titled Radio Silence. Grebenshikov's first U.S. gig, with Stewart on guitar and Aquarium bassist Sasha Titov, drew critical raves, comparing Boris to no less than Dylan, David Bowie, and Lou Reed. Considered a healthy first step towards becoming as big a star here as he is at home. But of course, back in Leningrad, being a superstar doesn't mean you live like one.
Boris is a legend, but he lives in Russia in a room about the size of this. He doesn't get any money for doing it or anything like that, even though he sold millions of records. And, you know, shares the bathroom and shares facilities with people that he might not even know, you know. It's impossible to describe to people how different it is there than it is here.
And that fact of life has given Grebenshyikov a healthy dose of skepticism about the future. Naturally, he hopes his Western breakthrough will pave the way for other Soviet performers, but Boris believes in actions, not words, even the words in his own record contract.
It was just a piece of paper. It was 70 pages long, but then I came over here, and that was something interesting. That was something when I started believing in it.